So, one thing I want to talk about this week in real estate are requests for repairs. So, we've had a couple incidences this week where our homeowners, as the sellers, have received requests for repairs from the buyers that are purchasing their properties. And so it's been a lot of explaining this week as to what does that mean to them as a seller. The contract is written as is. So technically the seller doesn't have to do anything further unless there's something that is found that is a material defect that was not known to either the buyer or the seller. They might want to, take care of that. But it is all of a negotiation. So a couple of the requests for repairs that came in on our properties this week included some items that needed to be repaired. There were also some requests for credit to take care of things later themselves as the buyer. And that happens often. So they take the home inspection, they look through and they find some things that they didn't know about when they first went through the walkthrough, when they wrote the offer. And so they present this information now to the seller. And so it becomes a negotiation as far as, well, do you want to reveal this to another future buyer, or do you want to try to work this out with us to make sure that, we can close this transaction? So it will come through as a request for repair from your buyer. The seller then gets the option to take a look at the request and see if there are items that they want to take care of. And it's not an all or not, it's not everything. So you might get a request that you end up filling partially. So maybe you'll make some of the repairs, maybe you'll give some of the credit, or maybe you'll turn some of those repairs into credit so that the buyer can take care of them themselves. So that's something to think about when you are a seller. But it also is something to think about when you're a buyer, because when I work with my buyers, I remind them that this is the property that they're buying, and they shouldn't go into a transaction thinking that they're going to then give this punch list to the seller after they've given the offer. So make sure that when you're writing your offer, it is written so that you know that these are things that you're going to take care of, and not necessarily go into it thinking that you are going to get a credit or all of these repairs done by the seller before you close. So that's just one thing to talk about this week in real estate. I hope you're having a great week. If you have any questions, reach out. I'm here to help. Thanks.